All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome or welcome back. All right. This is a reading for Libra and Libra placements. This reading is for the middle of May to the end of May 2026. So it's basically your mid-month check-in and your mid-month reading. Okay. So basically from May 17th, like I said, through the end of the month, we're going to see what Spirit wants you to know and what you can possibly expect. It is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Okay. And just to let you know, I will be hopefully getting to weekly readings here. I am hoping to start that in June. I was hoping to do that this month, but my May was a little crazy. So I did not have the time to do that for this month, but I hopefully will start that next month starting in June. Okay. So be on the lookout for that. And okay, so Spirit, please give us 3 cards here with the Oracle deck so that we can figure out what the overall vibe is for Libra and Libra placements for May 17th through the end of the month here of 2026. 3 cards, please, for Libra and Libra placements. The overall energy here. And the vibe. The overall vibe, basically. Okay. I've got one other card here. Okay, so the first card that came out, we have regrets. So blamable, being distant, guilty, feeling ashamed. We also have communication, approaching, voicemail, awaiting text. And we have pregnancy. So pregnancy test, entrapment, conceiving, mother figure. Okay. So I kind of feel like that pregnancy card, it could be a literal pregnancy, maybe if, depending, like I said, this could be you or someone in your energy here. Somebody could find out that they are pregnant. Somebody could be a mother figure. So maybe in that Empress energy, okay, maybe you're trying to have a child for some of you. But there is something to do with communication here. So maybe you're waiting for communication from someone. And, there is someone here that is in regret. So this could be you. It could be someone else. Take it as it resonates, but we'll find out what else is, going to come out here. Okay. So Spirit, as far as with tarot here, please give us 1 card for the overall energy for Libra and Libra placements for the middle to end of May 2026, please. What is the overall energy for Libra and Libra placements? 1 card, please, Spirit. Okay, so we've got Temperance. And 1 card, please, for the challenge for Libra and Libra placements. Okay. We've got the Hierophant. And what is the focus area for Libra and Libra placements, please, Spirit? 1 card. Okay, we've got the Knight of Wands. All right, so the 3 cards on the bottom of the deck here for you are the 3 of Cups, the 4 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so before we start clarifying here, I'm feeling here with Temperance, it looks like for the overall energy for the next couple weeks here, you are possibly seeking out balance in your life, or things are going to balance out for you. Okay. So whatever you resonate with, there is balance here on the horizon for you, looks like, or it's at least something that, you're looking for. The challenge is the Hierophant. So, the challenge could be something to do with commitment. It could be, a possible, marriage or something like that. It could be a higher power of some sort. So it could be like a religious group or a religion in general. It could be a group of some sort, a community group, something like that. But I feel that for a lot of you, it does have to do with commitment. Okay. And with the focus area being the Knight of Wands, we're going to see, I'm getting multiple energies here with this card. So we're going to see once we clarify. I'm going to kind of keep my intuitive feelings to myself there because I don't want to get off on a tangent. I feel like it's going to take me down a lot of different roads. And so I kind of want to, wait and see how we clarify that. But as far as the overall energy here being under the deck, we do have the Three of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like if there is a third party situation involved, because we do have, the Hierophant coming out, we've got the Knight of Wands, we have the Three of Cups. If there is a third party situation that's involved here, I do feel like, you've been kind of holding back. For some of you, you've been holding on, okay, to whatever the situation is, despite there being third party situations. For some of you, like I said, you could be holding back as well because of a third party situation. But with the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like maybe things have not really been progressing very quickly. Things have been kind of like very, very slow. You haven't really seen much forward movement here with whatever this situation is. Okay, really not a whole lot of progress. Okay, because it's very slow moving. Excuse me. But if you don't resonate with there being a third party situation, I feel like, there could be a sense of maybe, spending time with loved ones here with the Three of Cups, maybe, reuniting with people in your life that maybe you haven't spent time with in a while. It could also be the, reuniting of you with someone else. Okay. In particular, just one person. I feel like that with the Three of Cups, it is a card about friendship and togetherness. And I feel like, maybe you've been holding back from hanging out with friends and loved ones because you have been in that Knight of Pentacles energy where you feel like you kind of need to work on your stability and your security on an ongoing basis. I mean, we all kind of do, but I mean, maybe this is something in the forefront for you. And I feel like maybe, things have kind of been slow moving, but you're kind of taking, things day by day. Okay. Now I'm also feeling, I should have mentioned before, I'm actually with the pregnancy card here as well. This card does not have to be taken literally. Okay. This pregnancy card could be the birth of something new. Okay. So maybe something new in your life. It could be a new project, a new job. It could be anything like that. Okay. So, it could be just like a new beginning in general. Okay. So obviously take it as it resonates because not everybody's going to resonate with being a mother or a parent, that you might not resonate with, pregnancy being in your storyline either. Okay. Okay. So Spirit, please give us 3 cards to clarify Temperance, please, as the overall energy for Libra and Libra placements. Okay. Well, we've got the Hermit, the Queen of Wands, and one more card, please, to clarify Temperance. Okay, well, Spirit is giving me 2 cards. We have the Two of Pentacles and Justice. On the bottom of the deck, the Page of Swords. Okay, so for a lot of you, I kind of am feeling like this could be a third party situation. Okay, now if you do resonate with that, like I was saying earlier with Temperance, I feel like you're looking for balance. Okay, you're looking for things to balance out in your life here. All right. Now maybe you've been going within, maybe you haven't really been going out. Like I was saying with the Three of Cups that appeared earlier, even if you do resonate with a third party situation, I feel like, maybe you've kind of been, not really hanging out with loved ones and spending time with the people that you care about. Maybe you've been hermiting, okay? Spending time alone, being by yourself, kind of going within and trying to figure things out for yourself. Now, for some of you out there, you could be doing this because there could be a third party involved here with the Queen of Wands. Okay. Now, like I said, if you do resonate with that, it looks like, maybe you feel like you've been juggled. Maybe you feel like whoever you're dealing with here has been juggling you with somebody else. And you are just looking for justice here. Okay. You're looking for fairness. You're looking for things basically to balance out. Okay. Just like I was saying. Now, for some of you, if you do resonate with the third party situation, you could have found this out by doing a little snooping. Okay. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling with that. I'm just going to leave it there. Now, for those of you who don't really resonate with a third party thing going on here, and it really just is that you're looking for balance in your life here. Okay. Maybe you have been going within, like I said, you've been spending time by yourself. You've been trying to figure things out, and introspecting. Maybe you're meditating on it, praying on it. Like I said, you're not really spending much time with your loved ones because you've been spending a lot of time alone. You could be working on being more in that Queen of Wands energy, male or female, doesn't matter the gender, where you could be basically, being in your power. Okay. The Queen of Wands is very powerful in that the Queen of Wands, and like male or female, again, doesn't matter. The Queen of Wands knows their worth, their value. They know what they bring to the table. They're charming, charismatic. They're a very likable and, lovable person. The Queen of Wands is someone who is very passionate about what, interests them, and, the things that they love to do. Okay. And they take action with passion. Okay. So, that might be something either that you're working on or something that you're hoping that will bring this balance into your life. Again, we've got the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles can be a card of balance as well. Okay. So maybe you're trying to juggle different things and create that balance as much as you can, because you are looking for, your equal give and take. You are looking for justice and things, basically good karma to come back your way. Okay. Now, with the Page of Swords on the bottom of the deck here, it is possible that maybe you're doing a little bit of education. Maybe you are educating yourself by looking up things online, or you're doing whatever you need to be the best version of yourself that you can be, and be in that Queen of Wands energy. Maybe some of you have been, I'm sorry, I hit my microphone. Maybe some of you are looking, up things online or reading in books, maybe gaining information from others about how to create this balance in your life that, you can, that you're looking for. Okay. And as much balance as you can. Okay. So like I said, and even if you do resonate with the third party situation, that second scenario might resonate with you as well. Okay. And I apologize. My cat is kind of wanting to be part of this reading for whatever reason. All right. So as far as the Hierophant here being in the challenge position, Spirit, 3 cards to clarify, please, for Libra and Libra placements. Let's see here. Okay. So we have the Devil. We have Strength. And we've got the 5 of Pentacles. On the bottom is the King of Swords. Okay. So let's see here. So again, the Hierophant, I feel like for a lot of you, it has to do with commitment. It could have to do with another person. This other person could be the King of Swords here. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, and male or female doesn't matter. They could be an air sign or have air in their chart. Okay. It could be also that they're just acting in air energy. They're embodying that air energy. But with the Hierophant, like I said, it could also have to do with a religion. It could have to do with a group. Okay. It could do with, maybe even be like a job, possibly. Okay. But like I said, I have a feeling that I'm getting the feeling that this, for a lot of you, it is something related to commitment here. Okay. So there might be something that maybe you're nervous to commit to, or maybe someone else is being non-committal. Okay. Like I said, it could be this person here that you're dealing with, male or female, doesn't matter. Like I said, but this person could be cold and detached at times, not very loving, or not in their heart space. And that might be contributing to this energy of being non-committal. I mean, maybe this person is just, they're not in that the commitment energy. Okay. The things that might be contributing to this, we've got the devil. There could be all sorts of things with the devil. It could be, substance issues, like alcohol or things like that. It could be wounding, as far as like things that are affecting, this person, and patterns and cycles that they're going, that they're going through over and over again, that are negative, negative patterns. It could be an irrational fear. It could be obsession, other addictions. It could be all sorts of things. Okay. It could also be maybe codependency issues. Okay. I do feel like this person is holding back. Okay. With strength, I feel like this person could have self-esteem issues. There could also be, confidence issues as well. Self-esteem and confidence kind of go hand in hand. But I do feel like this person is kind of holding back. And I feel like it does have to do with this devil energy here. And unfortunately, it is possibly causing you to feel like you are kind of left out in the cold. It might make you feel that, maybe this person doesn't care. But with the Five of Pentacles, I also feel like maybe this person feels like they are in a state of lack. And for that reason, they cannot commit. Maybe they don't feel like they have it in them because of whatever this devil energy is. Okay. Maybe they feel like they are not worthy of commitment with you for whatever reason. Okay. So any of those things are possibilities, but I feel like those are all kind of contributing to this non-committal energy here. Okay. So as far as the Knight of Wands is concerned, Spirit, 3 cards to clarify, please. And my cat does not ever do this, so I do not know why my cat feels the need to be a part of your reading. But we have I hope she's not distracting you. We have the Page of Pentacles here. 2 more cards, please, to clarify the Knight of Wands, Spirit, for Libra. Okay. We've got the 9 of Wands. And we have the Ace of Cups. On the bottom, the 9 of Cups. Okay, so for the focus here, we've got the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands to me can mean a multitude of things, so that's why I was kind of waiting to clarify here. But I do feel like I am getting a twofold message here with the Knight of Wands. So for those of you who are resonating with this being a third party situation, okay, it is possible that this person, whoever this person is to you, the person that was being identified as the King of Swords here, they could also be acting in like the Knight of Wands, where they're non-committal, like I was saying, kind of keeping their options open, hot and cold, inconsistent. Okay, it's that inconsistent energy. And Spirit wants you to make sure that you understand that that is the energy that this person is in. Okay. Now you could be getting a message from this person. My cat is sitting on it, but we do have a card here it says communication and like awaiting a text message or something like that. So you might be getting a message from this person. Okay. You could also be getting a message about this person. Maybe it's someone that's cluing you in to this energy here of the Knight of Wands. Okay. Somebody maybe proving the fact that this person is doing that and in that energy. Whatever it is going to cause you to put your boundaries up. Okay. Excuse me. And for good reason. Okay. Because I feel like you do have a new beginning coming here. There is a new beginning in love coming, and Spirit is saying that it is actually going to be your wish fulfillment. Okay, I feel like it's not going to be with this person. Okay, now for those of you who don't resonate with a third party situation here, I do feel like Spirit wants you to kind of focus on not just being the Queen of Wands here and being in that energy and embodying that, but also being in the Knight of Wands, and not the negative part of the Knight of Wands. I'm talking about an action taker. Okay. So we're talking about, again, someone who takes action with passion. Okay. You could be getting a message here from somebody. All right. This person could be maybe giving you a story about feeling like they're in regret about what they did to you. Okay, it could be whoever this person is that you're dealing with, but I feel like you do have your boundaries in place here in regard to this person, and Spirit wants you to focus on keeping your boundaries in place because they're there for a reason. Okay, once again, you do have a new beginning in love here coming your way, and it will be your wish fulfillment. Okay. So, I mean, kind of the same message, but a little bit of a different twist depending on if you do resonate with it being a third party situation or not. Okay. Now, for some of you out there, if you do find out whatever this Page of Pentacles is for you, if you do resonate with the third party situation here, and you do get a message from someone, it for one or two of you, this pregnancy card here could literally be a message from a third party that has a confirmed pregnancy that they are saying is from this person, whoever this King of Swords is. Okay. And that might be also contributing to the issue with commitment here, that this person can't commit to you, because of whatever this pregnancy is. Okay. Now, for some of you, it could be a baby mama or a baby daddy. Okay. And, it's something that maybe you didn't know about. All right. All right. So I'm just going to scoot these cards over here, and then I'm going to do your advice here from Spirit. So, Spirit, what can you give us as far as the advice for the sign for Libra and Libra placements, with this situation, and what they need to know for the last 2 weeks of the month here? What kind of advice can you give to Libra and Libra placements? All right. So we've got the Queen of Swords. Advice here, please, Spirit. Okay. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. We've got the Ace of Wands. What else as far as advice here, Spirit? What else? We've got the Six of Cups. We have the Five of Cups. Okay. We've got the King of Wands. Anything else, Spirit, for advice? And the Page of Swords. On the bottom, we've got the Four of Swords. Okay. So, all right. I am feeling with your advice here, Spirit is saying that, no matter what your sign is, I mean, obviously, actually, the Queen of Swords is the sign for Libra anyway, or the card for Libra. So I feel like, this is your energy here. But, I mean, I'm sure that you're not always in swords energy. I'm sure that, you are, you can embody any of the queens at any time here. And that's male or female, doesn't matter the gender. Okay. But, spirit is saying in this situation here to stay in that cold and detached energy, stay in your headspace, be logical and rational. Okay. When dealing with whoever this person is that you've been dealing with here. You know, focus on, what is best for you to invest in and where your energy should be going. Okay. So basically keep an eye on your energy and who is getting your energy. You do have a new passionate beginning on the way to you here. Okay. So not only do you have a new passionate beginning, but you also have a new beginning in love. So, it's going to be very passionate, very heart centered. Okay. It could be somebody from your past that you reconnect with. Okay. For some of you out there, if you don't resonate with, potentially knowing this person from your past, or maybe, you're like, well, I don't really want anybody from my past. It could be a past life connection if you do believe in those things. Okay. Not everybody does. Yeah. So with this 5 of Cups here, I feel like, maybe there's somebody from your past who's in regret for the way things ended. Maybe things, did not work out the way you both thought they would. There is someone here in the King of Wands energy who is very passionate about you. And I feel like this person, wants a new passionate beginning here. And I feel like it is someone from your past. With the Page of Swords, I feel like maybe they're watching you right now and possibly getting some information about you to try to figure out how to communicate. But I also feel like spirit is wanting you to know, as far as advice, that, this person, whoever it is, they are in regret. They do want to rekindle things with you, but definitely make sure that you find out everything that you need, about this person before jumping in. Okay. With the 4 of Swords here being on the bottom of the deck here, I feel like this could be very healing for you, reconnecting with this person. Okay. Or, connecting in general, because for those of you who don't want somebody from your past, then, like I said, it could be someone that's a past life connection. And so you haven't met them in this lifetime yet, if you do believe in that. And no matter what the situation is, or what, you believe in, as far as whoever this person is to you, it is going to be very healing for you. Okay. Especially after dealing with this. Okay. And so, with this pregnancy card, like I said, it does not have to be a literal pregnancy. I mean, it could, but it could also be the birth of something new. And I feel like there is, there are new things on their way to you here. We've got 2 aces. And I feel like whoever this person is, they're on their way. Okay. All right. So as far as signs, we've got fire, earth, water, and air. So we've got all signs. We've also got Sagittarius, Virgo, Libra. We have Taurus, Capricorn, Leo. And that looks like it. Okay, for additional signs. All right. Well, I hope that this reading helped. I hope it brought you clarity and insight. And I hope that it resonated with you. If you feel like it did, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And please be on the lookout for those weekly readings. Hopefully, we'll be starting those in June. And I hope this reading found you well. Until next time, take care and namaste.